Hello and welcome. Today I want to do another kind of video. Since Darktide will be released in September and we haven't seen anything about the last class for Sienna, I want to share with you my ideas of what the new career for her could be all about. So that you don't wonder, I'm using in parts footage from the Total War Warhammer games, because it's easier to show what I mean in regard of possible skills for her. I can imagine 3 different types of schools of magic for Sienna, so let's get started. First on the list is a support-orientated class, a Jade Wizard. Jade Wizards are using the law of life in battles to their advantage, mostly to prevent their teammates from taking damage or to restore health. And I would like to see her focused on the last aspect, restoring life. Her career skill could go in the direction of regrowth. You cast your spell and heal one of your teammates for an amount of permanent life. We have something similar already in the game with Carillian's passive career skill Amarante, but I would make the amount of healing bigger. It would be nice to give the player an option to choose with talents if it should be an instant heal or an heal over time. If it is an heal over time, I would see amount of healing greater per tick in comparison to Carillian's Amaranthus skill. If it is an instant heal, the amount of healing should be like 10 or 15% in regard of the health of the target at maximum, so that it is a good amount of health, but not too much. Furthermore, the cooldown of the ability should be high enough so that you can't spam it and make it overpowered. Another talent option I can think of is to make the healing an AoE instead of a single target spell. But if it is an AoE, or you choose to go for the AoE way, the amount of healing should be reduced a little bit. So the choice is up to the player if you want to heal single target or want to focus more on a group heal. For the passive career skill, I would like to see a cooldown reduction for the career skill, depending on the health state of your team. So when your team is low on health, the passive skill triggers and you get cooldown reduction for your heal spell. So for example, if you have like 3 teammates that are low on health, you get a big amount of reduced cooldown for your skills, so you can use it way faster. And if your team is almost full on life, you get nothing out of the passive career skill. From the appearance, as you might see in the small video here, she would look maybe a bit too familiar to Carillion, so that could be a little problem for the class. Following on number 2, a Heaven's Wizard. The Empire and the Wind of Heaven are greatly connected. During the end times, Sigmar even became the living incarnation of the Wind of Heaven. And speaking of the Emperor, you could go full out with her. There are a few career skills I can think of. First of all, a Wind Blast. You can use the power of wind to knock back an enemy or multiple enemies in front of you. This would be similar to the career skill of the Foot Knight. This could be more of an utility option to help your teammates out to get some space during difficult situations. The second one that comes to my mind is blasting thunder and lightning from the skies. I would make it an AoE skill to get rid of hordes, but there could be a talent option to make the skill more powerful, but a single target instead. So it could be used against elites, specials, or even bosses. The third option for me is a chain lightning. It could work similar to the Burning Head skill already in the game. So you cast your lightning and it jumps from one enemy to another. The power decreases with every enemy that is hit by the skill. For the passive career skill, I would like to see to give her a buff or an aura for the team. This skill could improve the movement speed of the full team. Could increase the movement speed like 10% or something like that. You can even name it backwind or something. I think this is something that could be really helpful and fitting for the game. Her appearance could be more focused on blue cloth regarding to the Wind of Magic. Last but not least, I could imagine making her a metal wizard. A well-known wizard of the law of metal is Balthazar Gelt of the Empire. I would give her a career skill that shoots out spikes of metal from the ground that impale and immobilize enemies. Maybe you could also give her a staff that shoots molten metal instead of fire. So this would leave puddles of metal on the ground that you would need to cast your career skill. That would be awesome. Otherwise, her career skill could be to form metal projectiles and shoot them straight at your enemy. For her passive career skill, I would give her yet another aura. It could buff your team and make it resistant to knockbacks. So with this you could counter Bestigors or even jump attacks from assassins. But yeah, maybe the last bit could be a bit too much, I think. But at least counting Bestigors would be something nice. For her attire, I would give her brass or maybe a combination of brass and gold cloth to wear. To think of weapons for these new classes is a bit harder. I would stick with a staff for every possible type. For the metal wizard, like I said, maybe spitting molten metal at the enemy. For the heavens wizard, it could be a small lightning bolts throwing at the enemy. And the Jade Wizard is, I think, the most complicated. Best I can think of at the moment is little green energy bolts. Melee weapons are even a bit harder. I don't see a reason to create yet another class with a shield, so I would like to give her a mace or a dagger and combine it with a catalyst, something that she can wear in the offhand. So, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I would like to hear your speculations and ideas for a new possible Sienna career. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.